After 3 long months away, my body worn down by travel, I stepped through the doorway of my home expecting warmth. I had pictured familiar embraces, laughter bouncing off the walls, the peace of being back in the place I called my own. Instead, a chilling quiet greeted me. It wasn't the kind of calm that soothes, but a silence thick with tension, as if the very air held its breath. My wife appeared at the threshold. Her eyes flitted over me but wouldn't linger. Every movement, every shift of her posture felt foreign, as though something essential had changed while I was gone. The unease that seized me wasn't just exhaustion. It was instinct, gnawing at my chest. I told myself it was only the distance, that my absence had made everything feel unfamiliar. But as the hours passed, the truth pressed harder. Her body carried a new shape, subtle yet undeniable. A swell in her midsection I knew had not been there when I left. My heart stumbled into a faster rhythm. 100 questions thundered inside me, each more terrifying than the last. She distracted herself in the kitchen, filling the table with food, chattering about mundane things as though the noise could hide the storm between us. I sat across from her, hearing nothing of her words, staring at the truth her eyes kept running from. That night, the house felt strange, like a stage where every gesture of hers betrayed more than she meant. Each glance she avoided, each nervous twitch of her hand deepened the certainty I had tried so hard to resist. I had seen signs before I left. Cryptic messages, late-night calls she dismissed as wrong numbers. I buried those doubts then. Now they came roaring back, demanding to be faced. The following morning, my voice steadier than I felt, I asked, "Are you pregnant?" The question froze the air. She forced out a laugh, light and brittle, but her lips trembled and her hand, almost against her will, drifted to her stomach. That gesture spoke louder than anything she said. I didn't push further. Instead, I walked quietly to my bag, pulled out my phone, and opened the hidden camera feed I had set up before my departure, a desperate precaution born from suspicion. My fingers shook as the files loaded. With one tap, the screen became my judge and jury. There she was, with him, smiling, laughing, moving through the house that was meant to be ours. Their intimacy unfolded in the very rooms I had painted, the walls I had built with dreams of family. I felt the breath seize in my lungs, my chest clamped tight, anger surging like fire. Across from me, she paled as she realized what I was watching. When the recording ended, I raised my eyes to hers, not with shouting, not with rage, but with a hollow emptiness I had never known before. My voice came out calm, almost detached. "Did you see what I just saw?" The silence stretched like a wound. Her eyes filled, tears gathering, but she remained still. Finally, in a broken whisper, she said, "I'm sorry." 2 words so small, but they fell lifeless to the floor. They couldn't erase the night she had shared with him. They couldn't rewrite the truth of the child she now carried. They couldn't repair the fracture she had carved into the foundation of us. I clenched my fists and rose. My body trembled between the need to scream and the urge to collapse. She rushed into explanations, loneliness, mistakes, promises it was never meant to go so far. But each excuse only twisted the knife deeper. I had been faithful. I had worked tirelessly, holding on to visions of our future. She had chosen to feed her desires with another. The betrayal was agony, but the pregnancy was unbearable. It wasn't just disloyalty. It was permanence, a living reminder that what was supposed to be ours had been given away. The house, once my safe place, felt poisoned. I grabbed my bag, the same one I had only just set down, and moved to the door. She clung to my arm, sobbing, her voice raw with desperation. She begged me not to leave, pleaded that she couldn't do this without me. But her words reached nothing inside me. That part was gone, shattered. I turned to her, my voice low, stripped of all softness. "You made your choice the moment you let him into this house. You lost me when you thought I'd stay blind." And with that, I stepped into the world outside. Her cries chased me, breaking against the storm raging within, but I kept walking. I had no destination, no plan. Just one certainty carved into my bones. I could never return. Her betrayal had destroyed the life I thought we shared. But in its ashes, a clarity emerged. I refused to live chained to deception. I would not carry the weight of her mistakes, nor raise a child that wasn't mine. The truth had gutted me, but it had also freed me. Walking away was no longer a choice. It was the only path left. A step toward a future untouched by lies.